Good day, students, and welcome to another series. Today, I want us to deflect our attention to number patterns and solve question 3 and 4, at least in a sense of justice. Unless I forget, I have a national paper with me here for matric students, November 2021. And against that background, don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't done that for more mathematics content in Mzansi context. Let's check question 3 here. They are saying, consider the quadratic number pattern. That is minus 145, minus 122, and minus 101. They say to you, write down the value of T4. So T4 is primarily the next term of this particular pattern. All right, so this is very easy. I'm going to copy the problem and start working it out. So this is question 3. Question 3 here. Let's copy it down. We have the pattern. The pattern it's minus 145 and minus 122, minus 101. Okay. So let me write 3.1. I'm given minus 145 and minus 122, and then I have a minus 101. So this pattern is basically increasing from negative to positive terms. Well, we want to find T4, just right there. Let's check how we're going to do that. By the way, they told us that this is a quadratic pattern. So we are going to find the first difference. Let me just do this. We are going to find the first difference. Let's do that. The first difference is going to give us 22 minus, 122, but it's negative, minus that, so it's a positive value. It's going to give us a 23, and then at this one, minus that, please use a calculator. It's also a positive value, so that is going to give me 21. And then now I need to get the second difference. So this is the first difference for those that are interested. This is my first difference. Now I need to get the second difference. Is this value minus this value. So it's going to give me a negative 2. It's a very easy maths. So you want to get a T4. Let me just reduce this one. I want to get a T4. How do I get that? So T4, which is the next term, is going to be found by the sum of these values. So that is negative 2 plus 21 and then minus 101. I add those values. So that is going to give you, let me type that. It's negative 2 plus 21 minus 101. I'm getting a negative 82 here. So this is how you're going to do it. It's 1 mark. So it's worth the struggle as well. Please make sure that you attempt every question in number pattern, because this is KFC. Normally, if they say find the next term, don't skip those questions. They are basically giving you. Now, 3.2, let's check what are they looking for. They are saying that they show that the general term of this number pattern is Tn, given by Tn is equals to negative n squared plus 26n minus 170. So they are basically saying that show that A is negative 1, and then B is 26, and C is negative 170. So let's do that. We are going to have a Tn, which is equals to A, and then get n squared, and then plus Bn plus C. That's a quadratic number pattern. So they are saying prove that the value of A is negative 1, and B is 26, and C is minus 170. So what I will do is I will take it from this particular one, because I have my first difference and second difference. So I'm gonna say to myself, I have negative 145 and negative 122, and I also have negative 101. Remember, you also go to T4 as negative 82. So you want to get the first difference, which we did that. And then we got 23, and then here we got 21, So I need to get this other one. So it's minus 82 minus 101. That should, I mean, it's minus 82, should be plus 101 now. It's minus minus. It gives me 19. That gives me 19. So I need to get the second difference now. Let's get our second difference. So this is going to be negative 2. And also here it's going to be negative 2. Well, we get the first difference. And then we get the second difference. Please do this stuff when you're in the exam. It will help you. So you want to get the values of A, B, and C here. Extremely easy, hey? So you're going to say to yourself, well, 2A is going to be equals to the second difference. That is negative 2. And it should be the same with this value, by the way. So you get a negative 2 there. It means that the value of A is going to be negative 1 if you divide throughout by positive 2. So you're fine now with the value of A. You want to get the next value, which is B. So you're going to have 3A plus B is equals to the first term in the first difference. And that is this one. Please do it in that way. It's 3A plus B equals to the first term of the first difference, and 2A equals to the first term of the second difference. This is how you should really do that. And then now you get 23 here. I mean, yes, it's 23. But the value of A, you have it as what? As negative 1. So you will say, therefore, 3 into A is negative 1, plus B is equals to 23. So you are going to get a negative 3 plus B is equals to 23. As a result, you're going to get B is equals to, you transpose 3 to the right side of the equation, and that is going to give you 26. All right. And then now you need to get the value of C. Let me just do this. We got the value of A to be that, and the value of B to be this one. So we want to get the value of C. How do you get that? You then say A plus B plus C must be equals to the first term of the quadratic pattern. All right. So you must go to the quadratic pattern and get the first term. So the first term is basically this one. That is minus 145. It's the first term of the quadratic pattern. So that is a negative 145. You have your A is negative 1. You have your B is 26. And then plus C is equals to negative 145. So therefore, this is going to be 25. And then a plus C, that is equals to negative 145. And as a result, you're going to get C is equals to negative 145 minus 25. Therefore, C, you get beautiful stuff there. And then it's a negative number. So it's negative 160 and then 5, and that is negative 170. All right, 170, just right there. So this tells us that the general term Tn, remember it's an squared. Your n is your A is negative 1, so you get a negative n squared. And then what is B? It's Bn. Remember that. So it's positive 26 n, then plus C. Your C is negative 170. So this is negative 170. You manage to prove to that particular question that you asked to do. If you have any question, you'll comment on the comment section below. I will read that. Well, let's check the next question. Remember, we're still on number pattern, so your mind should really be thinking along those lines. We are saying between which two terms of the quadratic, now here, between which two terms of the quadratic number pattern will there be a difference of minus 121. They are looking between which two consecutive terms primarily of the quadratic pattern will there be a difference of that value. In mathematics, it's important that you read the question 3 times if you don't get it in the first place. All right. So, oh, wait, my goodness, what's happening here? Sorry about that. So I'm going to get 3.3. Well, this is really easy. Think about it. If you have your Tn, your T2, your T1, your T2, and your T3, this is going to continue up until the term before the last. And then I'm going to skip that. But what I know is that I know the last term is going to be Tn. So let me put it in this way, like a Tn. That is the last term of any progression. Now, pay attention. The term that comes after the last term, it's primarily Tn plus 1. But the term that comes before the last term is going to be Tn minus 1. So let's read the question again. They are saying between which two terms of the quadratic number pattern will there be a difference? So we are in a quadratic pattern of this one. So sometimes this question can be structured in this way. Between which two terms of the quadratic number pattern will there be a first difference? Right now we're talking about the difference of the quadratic pattern, So now what I will do is I will say to myself, the difference between the two, between the term after the last term and the last term, it's given by minus 21. All right. It's extremely easy. So you say, well, Tn plus 1 minus a Tn. That is going to be given by negative 21. Negative 121. So from here, it's a basic math that is required of you. So you have Tn. Tn is this one. And then Tn plus 1. This is your Tn. And then Tn plus 1, it means you're going to put n plus 1 in a position of n in that equation. So you are going to then say to yourself, therefore, this is negative of n plus 1 all squared plus 26 into n plus 1 and then minus 170. You now then subtract that situation from Tn. So your Tn is this whole situation. So if you subtract that, you get a negative n squared and then a plus 26n minus 170. And then this is equals to negative 121. And then let's solve for n. It's a basic math that is required of us. So try to really simplify this whole situation. Let's do that. This is going to be n squared plus 2n and then a plus 1. And then this is going to be plus 26n plus 26 minus 170. And then if I'm to remove the brackets here, I might get a positive n squared and then minus 26n and then a positive 170. The whole situation is equals to negative 121. So I need to simplify it carefully. You see that observe, in fact, that 170 and negative 170, they undo each other. And the negative 126, negative 26n, and this one, they undo each other. So you are basically left with 26 now, and these ones of n squared. But if you multiply these ones, it's going to be negative n squared. So it's going to cancel with the positive 1 this side. Then now I'm left with the negative 2n. The negative 2n there. So I'm going to put it negative 2n and negative 1 plus 26. So this is positive 25. This is positive 25 is equals to negative 121. I mean, hey, man, what am I doing there? Negative 121. So make sure that you are able to simplify this whole situation. It requires your energy nicely. So let's solve our n. So this becomes let's check, it becomes 2n is equals to let me say 25 plus 121. I'm getting 146. Therefore my n is going to be, let me divide by 2. I'm getting 73. My n is 73. All right, this is how you really go about this. So now they are saying between which two terms? They are saying between which two terms? Let's go to the questions. Between which two terms of the quadratic number pattern will there be a difference? So let's check. So the first two terms, it's going to be Tn. So your n is 13. So it's going to be in between Tn, which is 73. So it's going to be in between Tn and Tn plus 1. But your n, you know, is 73. So what they are looking for, they are looking the term between, it's between Tn. So it's Tn, but your n is 73. So you're going to try 73 and Tn plus 1. So it's 73 plus 1, this one here. So that is T74. This is how you should answer your questions on that one. But think about it, the way it's asked. Sometimes they interchange with the one of the first difference. So what you will do is you will find the general term of the first difference. Alternatively, you can find the general term of the first difference. In fact, we can do that here just to clarify something. Let me do this for you guys. The alternative to work this problem would be to find the general term of this situation. And then let's get that. So this is going to be negative 2, negative 2. We actually found that earlier on. Now, pay attention. You're going to say Tn is equals to a plus n minus 1 times the difference. Remember, this one, it's your, the first difference of quadratic is a linear pattern. All right, it's a linear pattern. So the first term is 23, and then a plus n minus 1 times your difference, which is negative 2. So this will then mean that Tn is going to be equals to 23. If you multiply throughout by negative 2, this will be negative 2n and negative 2, I believe. All right, so no, it's positive 2 because of negative and negative. So you'll see that this particular Tn is going to be equated to negative 121, and that is going to be equals to these two. When you add them, they give you 25. I would like to believe they give you 25 minus 2n. And then when you solve for n, you will see that you're going to get a 2n is equals to, you transpose that in this one, that side, it's basically 146. So therefore your n is still what? Your n is still 73. So it's between T73 and T74, but this is the best way to work it out. The one I just did as the first method. You can still use this method if you are running out of ways in the exam on how you're going to do that. All right, thank you very much. Let's go to the next question. The next question, they're saying what value must be added to each term in the number pattern so that the value of the maximum term in the new pattern formed will be 1. So we want the value which must be added in the number pattern such that the value will be the maximum term there in the new pattern. Okay, well, I'm not going to really struggle there. I'm going to write 3.4. Remember, you have a Tn that is given by a negative of n squared plus 26n and then minus 170. Let's get the maximum value or the maximum term of this one. Think about it. This situation has a maximum value at this particular. If you are to graph it, it's gonna have a maximum value at this particular point. So how do you find that maximum value? That is a turning point, eh? It's a turning point. How do you find that one? We have your axis of symmetry there. How do you find this situation? We can use the symmetry line that n is going to be equals to minus b over 2a to get that the x value in there. But the maximum, we're talking about the y value, which is going to be there. So let's find that y value, but we have to get the x first. So the x, we are going to use this formula. I hope you know that. So we are going to get, let's check that. We are going to get a b is 26. So we're going to have negative 26 there, divided by 2 times negative 1, I believe. So as a result, what do we get? We get 26 over 2, that is 13, I believe. So wait a bit, yeah. So that is 13. So now, this is your value of n. And now you need to get the corresponding y value at that particular point. So this is your x, that is 13. You need to get the y value there. How do you do that? You are going to substitute this 13 in here. So we are going to say, well, T13 now will give us the maximum value. And that is negative of 13 all squared plus 26 into 13 minus 170. Let's use a calculator and see what we get. It's negative 113 and then all squared there, 10, and then all squared plus 26, 13 minus 170, 170 there. Let me put my 0 properly, and then 10. I'm getting a negative 1. So I'm getting a negative 1. So think about it. This is the maximum term they are talking about to say T13 is equals to negative 1. This is the maximum one. Check the question. I want you to read the question carefully. They are saying what value must be added to each term in the number pattern so that the value of the maximum term in the new pattern formed will be 1. So we are actually saying to you guys that which number can I add to this maximum here, maximum term, such that I will have a 1 there. It's clear that if I add a 2, I'll get a 1. So you see, therefore, you need to add a positive 2. You will have minus 1 plus 2. It's going to give you 1, the one they're talking about. So you must be very careful. If they said so that the value of the maximum term in the new pattern formed will be 3, you will have to check which value can you add to the maximum such that you get that 3. So in this case, it's really 2. You are going to add 2. Yes, this is how you're going to go through this one. All right, let's go to, we are done with question 3. It was 11 marks, so it's worth it. We are going to look at question 4 now. They are saying, given the linear pattern. All right, so this is linear pattern. It's really easy. When you are given a linear pattern, do not tremble. This you should really take away. That is 579. Calculate T51. So it's linear pattern. Okay. Let's go down there and really solve our stuff. So question 4. Let me write question 4. And then 4.1, we are given the pattern that is 5. And then that is 7 and also 9. It's continuing. That is a linear, and we want to find, let me check the pattern again. I don't want to really write funny stuff. 5, 7, 9. The first term, calculate T51. So it's 3 marks. It's important that you check the marks. So you want to get the T51. So remember that this is your arithmetic progression or linear pattern. So you will do that to get the difference. And it must be the same. You get 2 as a difference. All right. So therefore, the first term is 5 and your difference is 2. So you can then say to yourself, well, T51, remember that, let me just do it in this way. Tn is equals to A plus n minus 1 times the difference d. But n now is 51. So you write 5,1. You write your 5,1 is equals to A is the n plus 51 minus 1 times d. And then this will then mean that T51 is equals to A plus 50d. All right. But A and D, you have it. So it's a matter of now substituting it. So A is 5 plus 50 times your difference. Your difference is 2. And from here, you just need to use a calculator. This is going to be 100 plus 5. So it's 105 without even struggling. So this is 105. And you get 3 marks for that. It's really easy, extremely easy. Very, very, very easy, I guess. So this is 3 marks. Let's check the next question. In question 4, calculate the sum of the first 51 terms. So they are now going to arithmetic series because this is arithmetic pattern. So we have arithmetic series of that. How are you going to do that? We're talking about the sum now. So this is 4.2. That was 4.1. So the arithmetic series, it behaves like n is equals to, Sn is equals to n over 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 times d. And please, you must know how to prove this formula. So your n is 15 again. So you are going to write S15. That is equals to n. N is 15 divided by 2 into 2a. A is what? A is 5 plus n. N it's 51. So this is 51 minus 1 there. And then multiply by the difference, which is 2. Please make sure that you are careful. So this is 51 divided by 2 into, this is 10. I guess this is 10. And then a plus, this is 50 times that, it's 100. Okay? So 100 plus 10 is 110. It's 110 there. Time is 7.5. You must be able to get 2 and then 805. Please make sure that you're also typing this situation in your calculator. So that is 110. Please do that. That is 2,805 in my calculator here. So please do that. Punch it in your calculator to get that answer there. It's how many marks? How many marks? This will be 1 mark. It's easy. There was no sweating. Let me check. How many marks? It was 2 marks. Just to show that you do not have to really struggle them. They are now saying write down the expression of that situation, the sigma notation from n is equals to 1 up until 5,000 of 2n plus 3, which is you must write on that expression, and then show only the first 3 terms and the last term. It's also 1 mark. Okay, it's also 1 mark. Let's do that. That should be an easy stamp. 1 mark. 1 mark we're not going to set, so it's 4.3. We are given the sigma notation from n is equals to 1 up until 5,000, and then of 2 and plus 3. These are easy problems. So what we do is you are going to take this one and put it in a place of n. So it's going to be 2 times 1, which is 2 plus 3. You get 5. So this is going to be 5 plus, you now go to 2 when n is 2. So you're going to say 2 times 2, that's really 4, plus 3, you get 7. So this is 7. And then a plus, sigma means the sum. Now you go to 3. So this is going to be 2 times 3. And then you get 6 plus 3, and that is 9. All right, so it means the first 3 terms in the sigma notation, this is really going to be equals to 5 plus 7 plus 9. These are the first 3 terms. They also want the last term. So the last term will be 2n, you put 5,000 there. This is the last term, that is your n. All right, so that is 5,000, and then you put plus 3. What do you get there? You must really get a very big number. That is 10,000, I guess, plus 3. So I don't have to even use a calculator. So it's 10,003 there. I guess you're going to get that, but you must put a plus there, like to show that that is the last term. All right, that is the last term. Yeah, this is how you're going to really do that. Thank you for that. Yeah. So they give you 1 mark for that stuff. The first 3 terms are these ones, and the last term is 10,003 there. Okay, let's go to 4.4. What are they saying there? What are they saying in 4.4? Oh, it's the last question. Thank you for that. So they are saying hence or otherwise calculate that situation. So the first one is actually the one that we know the expression of. So we just need to get this one now. Okay, that is n from 1 up until 4,999 into minus 2n minus 1. Okay, so let me just it's the sum of those 2 sigma notation. First thing first, I have this one. Let me just bring it here, and then now I need to also get the other one. The other one is from n is equals to 1 and 4,999, and then you have negative 2n and negative 1. This is what we have. So the same way we can expand this one just to find out what are the first 3 terms and the last term of this one. So what are we going to get? Let's do that. Let's expand this one. If you put 1 here, it's going to be negative 3. This is negative 3. If you put 2 there, it's negative 5. So this is negative 5. And then negative, if you put 3 now, you get 7. All right. And then you continue with that. So these are negative 10 up until you put that one. Go and put that. So let me have my calculator. It's negative 2 into 4,999, and then minus 1. I'm getting okay, what am I doing here? I'm getting a negative 9,099 there. Okay, let's let's put it here. I'm getting this value here, negative 9, 9, and then a 9, 9 there. Okay, so they are saying to us, write down the sum of these two when they are added. I think the best way will be to find the sum of these guys. The best way will be to find the sum of the 5,000 term. So this is going to be 5,000 divided by 2 into 2a. So this is really going to be 2a. Your a is it's 5. And I'm now doing this one, the sum of that, and then plus your n minus 1. So your n is 5,000 minus 1, and then multiply by the difference of these ones. So that is a negative 2. So let's get the value of this one. I'm just going to use my calculator. It's 5,000 divided by 2. I'm getting 25,000 into 10 plus, this is going to be 4,999 times negative 2. And then this multiplied by that. So this is going to give me everything. It gives me, this should be a positive situations. Let me check that carefully. I need to, the difference between the two, that should be positive there. This is 4,999 times 2. It's a very big number, so use a calculator. Let me put positive 2 here. I'm getting, it's a very big number. It's 25 million. I can't really pronounce that. I think Zamokohle will pronounce it nicely for you guys. And then we get that one. Well, let's also find the same way, the sum of these ones. So that is 4,999, and then that is going to be 4,999 divided by 2 into 2 times, the first term is negative 3 there. So I'm going to put a negative 3 plus n. So n is negative 4,999 minus 1, this is a positive 4,999, and then a minus 1 times the difference. The difference is negative 2. You close that. And use a calculator. So let me say that is negative 6. I'm not gonna deal with the inside part. So this is negative 6 plus 4,999. 4,999 minus 1 times negative 2. I get a negative number multiplied by 4,999 over 2. That gives me negative 24. This is a negative 24 million. It's a very big number, 999. So they want the sum of these two guys. Now they want the sum of, this was a bit challenging for those students. So now they want this sum. I'm just gonna copy and put it here and say plus the other sum, which you know the value of, by now. So this is going to be this value here. You're gonna put it here and say plus, which is a negative number now. So I'm just gonna copy the way it is and put it here. So let me say, because I have this value already here with me, I just need to add it with 25, 0020, and then 3 zeros. I get 20,000 here. This is 20,001 there. You guys get this situation. All right. Yeah, this was worth it. It was worth the struggle, guys. This is how you go about this one. This is how you go about it. Yes, any question, you can always comment, and then I'll go through that and try to respond to you guys. And thank you very much for watching. Up until we meet the next time, this was number pattern. Thank you.